You are now tuning in to the Evolution Daily Podcast.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the Evolution Daily Podcast. My name is Aaron Alexander. This has got to be episode, like 150 or some shit? It's got to be a lot. I'm drinking coffee right now. I'm at a former student turned friend's apartment. I'm going to be doing some podcasts soon with some guests, but I'm flying solo today. And truly, I believe that every guest ruins the podcast. I think at the end of the day, when I bring on, Alpha Chad or Elon or Hadia or anybody, I think ultimately the podcast is completely ruined by my guests. I'm a star. I have star energy. I have star power. It's why I'm good at game. It's why I am a successful entrepreneur. And it's why I will really never struggle again for anything in my life, ever. Outside of maybe like a child dying. I don't want a kid to die, if I ever have a child. But even then, I think my star power, I think my star energy will kind of keep my children alive as well. And I will be having children. I am going to have kids. If you hear me sipping, it's because I'm sipping a hot cup of black gold. I enjoy coffee. I, at one point, tried to quit coffee. There's that expression, they say you can never trust a man that doesn't drink. I don't know how I feel about that, but I definitely don't trust someone that doesn't drink coffee. If you don't drink coffee, there is something horrifically and completely wrong with you. It's not even about health. It's not even about it's better, my adrenal, my natural energy. It's not even that. It's just you're somebody that's so into your own self that you're choosing to not take advantage of one of the greatest earthly pleasures. And at the end of the day, I do actually feel this way about booze as well. I am now, I would say, after 4.5 years of total sobriety, and then really starting drinking and kind of raging hard last summer, I am now at like a really good place with alcohol, man. It's really, I just drink here and there. What? That's it. It's just here and there. Every once in a while, do I get a little too drunk, like spend a little too much money some night? Yeah, like whatever. I'm just enjoying. You get to a point, I think when you're younger, everything has to be so extreme. Everything is completely black and white. I'm either all in or I'm all out. And I think to live that way is unhealthy, but I think that there's no workaround other than age and wisdom. I really, really believe that sometimes we're trying to heal things within ourselves that will not be healed unless you grow old and wise. I think that that's about it. And so for me with alcohol, it just feels like this thing now where, do I want to get drunk this weekend? Yeah, it's Tuesday right now. Yeah, I'll hold off for like a few days. I'm going to drink Saturday. I drink Saturday and that's it. And then I'm fucking maybe a little hungover the next day. I hit the gym. I eat some good food. That's it. I got a date Wednesday. Oh, yeah. Let me drink. Who cares? I think that it's so, moderation is so much more difficult when you're not wise. And I feel wise. I think I've been wizened by age, by life experience. I did have a boot camp student say to me one time, he said, Aaron, can I ask you a question? And I said, yeah, go ahead. Ask me a question. He goes, do you think that sleeping with a lot of women, like, takes a part of your soul? And I thought about it for a second. And I said, yes, it absolutely does. Fucking a lot of girls has taken my soul. out of my body. I am a shell of a man that I once was. No, I'm kidding. I think that when you're, I think that, how do I say this? I want to be careful here. I think that one of, if not the greatest pleasures you could ever experience. Oh, the day my child was born. The day of my marriage. Fuck off. I think one of the greatest human experiences that you could possibly ever have is having good sex with an attractive woman. And she's attracted to you, and you're attracted to her. And there's a difference. There's a difference. You know, when I was younger, from years of being a fat fuck, I really had bad body issues, even when I lost weight. I remember actually the first girlfriend I got from game, she noticed I would like not let her see me in the lights with my shirt off. And I remember this one morning, I grabbed the blanket from the bed and put it over me before walking out, and she grabbed it and pulled it off of me. And I think she said something like, "You look great," or something like that, because maybe I had told her I was like pretty fucking fat recently even, and shit like that. But so for a long time, even if I had sex with a decent looking girl, it really was like if they gave me head, that felt good. Coming felt good, of course, but I was so uncomfortable with my body, man. I just didn't feel like I wanted it all over her. I didn't want her all over it. It wasn't good. And then over time, once you get comfortable with your body, once you know how to have sex, once you know how to eat pussy, and girls are just fucking grabbing onto the sheets and fucking coming all over your face, and you're fucking she's sucking your dick like crazy. You're fingering her while she's sucking your dick. I mean, it's just time and space erodes. It erodes. It really fucking, Teal Swan, who's this spiritual guru who I love. I shit on spirituality all the time, guys, because I think a lot of it's really gay, but I know some really cool, there's some people that like are not gay about spirituality, and I respect them and I like them. If I have to see one more fucking hot girl on Instagram with her fucking hand on her heart and tears streaming down her face, and her like anal beads around her neck, and she's just got this face of like, releasing today, releasing within the container of the confines of love and the soul and the spirit of of God. God fucked me in my fucking pussy today. I can't deal with these people. Stop saying the word container. But I do shit on it because I hate large aspects of it. But there's people who people I've had on this podcast, people I've worked with. I love a lot of this, the aspects of this. And here's my issue. I want to say this. This is very important here. Even what I just did a minute ago, we just throw the word spirituality around. So Teal Swan, who I'm talking about right now, everyone says she's spiritual. Oh, are you like into spiritual stuff? Like Teal Swan? Spiritual. Bro, it's just like psychology. Okay, if I think of like the Teal Swan videos that like really hit me, it's not spiritual. She's talking about now when you were a kid and you were rewarded greatly for performing, and those were like some of your greatest moments of your life as a child, and you were punished for not performing. Getting bad grades, you were punished. Getting good grades, you were rewarded. Winning at football games, you were rewarded. Losing at football games, you were punished. And so now you've trained yourself throughout your whole life to actually only feel positive emotions if you're winning. And that's like her shit, right? That's the kind of shit she talks about. It's not even spirituality. She'll have like one video a year where it's like, I was floating in the alternate universes of soul and light and fuck whatever. Half the shit that these like spiritual teachers are talking about, they're just like really cool psychological concepts. But especially in pickup, it's like, I'm like on the more spiritual side. Are you on the more spiritual side, or are you just like looking deep within yourself? That's psychology. You're just doing therapy, which is cool. It's all great. I'm not shitting on any of it. I'm just saying it's like, why are we just all like, it's just, why is it spiritual? I'm not into spirituality. Okay. Yeah. I'm into like looking under the hood. It's not spirituality. Anyway, Teal Swan, she goes, she says in one of these vids, she goes, all right, I guess this is maybe where it gets a little spiritual, whatever. She says, you as a man, you are the divine masculine, and females, women, are the divine feminine. And the universe is composed of all things. And actually, this is kind of why also other languages, I would almost venture to say almost every language other than English, genders their nouns. It's actually very frustrating. I'm learning Spanish again, taking a bunch of lessons, and I fucking hate it. I hate gendered nouns. It's stupid. I'll say fucking la caro, and she'll be like el caro, correct me and shit. But it's because everything in the universe is kind of either feminine or masculine. And the more masculine that you are, especially, the more that your symbiosis with the feminine is going to be magical. So even when I look back in my early days of sex, I was still very low T. I was still fat. I was not on a journey. I wasn't on a purpose. I was like more feminine, honestly. I was kind of just like a little bitch. I was a little fucking pussy bitch boy in my early days of having sex. Like before I even knew what game was or anything, I'd slept with a few unattractive women. And that's okay. I wish them all the best. And also, I want to say this. I do always throw that around. There's one girl who, at the time, I don't even like saying she was unattractive. She was not attractive. That is the truth. But I see her now living such a great life, and she's looking beautiful. She does CrossFit. She's like really improved her look. She looks happy. And so I actually sometimes now feel bad lumping her into the category of these women that were really unattractive and gross, because some of them were, but one of them in particular, I love her as a human being, and she's really actually looking much better and taking care of herself. So good for her. She's probably watching my content. So at that time, because I wasn't that masculine, sex was just, it was cool because I'm not a virgin now. I get to say that. Head was always good. Head was always great because that did not involve me being comfortable with my body. That was just like, I'm fucking sitting, the girl's down on her knees or so, or whatever the situation is. Especially if it was like dark. Head has always been, oh my God, the first time I ever got head. Holy shit. Absolutely insane. I had a girl, this is so bad, man. This is so bad, but I had a girlfriend at the time, just a little, like, we did not hook up. All we did was like make out a little bit in high school. Cute little girl. I actually talked to her for the first time because I had a dream that her and I were dating. It wasn't even a sexual dream. We were just holding hands in the dream, walking down the hallways, and I hugged her as she went into a class. And we did have mutual friends, and I had never even thought about her consciously. But then I kind of started talking to her a little bit because of the dream, and then eventually we dated, and I think I later told her about the dream. But around that time, then a buddy of mine also had a girlfriend. But the girlfriend, I was actually one of her first friends ever at the school because she was new to school, and I saw her sitting alone one day, and she was kind of cute, nothing that special. But she was sitting alone one day at the lunchroom, and I remember I was sitting with all my friends, and I actually felt very bad. I was like 15, 14 or something, and I felt really sad. I remember almost crying a little bit because I was like, oh, this poor girl's all alone. And so I fucking went, and I invited her to come sit with me and my friends, and she did. And she said that, as she eventually made all of her own friends and stuff, she said that she always really appreciated that and remembered that. And so then we ended up having what was it called? CCAD? CCS? CAD, computer automated design and drawing, something like that. We had a CAD class, I believe. And dude, we just were flirting in there like crazy. And so my parents went to Great Wolf Lodge one time, and I was 16, and my parents went to Great Wolf Lodge, and I ended up inviting this girl over. And I went and picked her up. I had to meet her parents, who they knew she had a boyfriend at the time. So I had to just like say I was her friend. And, I think they even maybe mentioned the boyfriend, like no funny business, because so-and-so wouldn't like, some shit like that. They probably just thought I was gay. They're probably like, oh, look at this. This guy is no threat whatsoever. This is a fat, beta, gay boy. So they probably just thought I was gay and we were going to go fucking, dress shopping or something. But, so I pick her up, I bring her back to my house, and, I actually had wow, I have not thought about this in a long time. I had a portable DVD player, and that was all I had in my room. I didn't even have a fucking, I don't know, a TV, DVD player, nothing. So I get her to my house. I'm like shaking because her and I had actually dirty talked via text. We had talked about having sex and stuff. So I'm shaking, and I bring her into the house, and I go, do you want to watch a movie? And I already had it prepared. And you know what movie I put on a portable? Me and this girl, I'm 16, she's 16. We are now laying in my bed next to each other. And oh my God, I remember it all. She's wearing a jean skirt, a white and black striped shirt. I remember she had nice tits. Oh my God. This girl was, everyone would actually not everyone, like some of my really good friends would kind of make fun of her. She was a major butterface, I guess I would say, which I feel horrible even saying that. But it's true. Like, body, neck down, really hot. Like, oh my God. And then her face was just rough. And I think part of that was her eyebrows. When I look back at it, I don't think she knew how to groom her eyebrows at the time. Just an unfortunate roll of the dice, So we lay in bed, and I put on a movie on my portable DVD player. Would you guys like to guess what movie it was? You'd think, maybe he's going to put on something romantic, set the mood, maybe a comedy to lighten the mood. Maybe, I put on Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. I put it on, and we are now laying there watching Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. And then I don't remember exactly how escalation started, but eventually I think I just start making out with her. And now we're making out, and it's supposed to happen. We're supposed to have sex. I have condoms from Warped Tour. At Warped Tour, they used to just throw condoms at you as a kid. You'd be walking by, and you would just get hit with a fucking condom in the face. And you'd pick it up, and you'd be like, hell yeah, this is my condom now. So I have all these condoms, and I'm ready for sex. I am pumped about sex. And I had never touched a girl. I had barely seen porn. I don't even think I had a smartphone yet. So maybe I had seen some, and you're just on a home computer. Your whole family shares a computer. I had only seen porn like maybe a couple times ever in my life at like a friend's house who got a hold of a DVD or some shit. So I just didn't realize, but so we start going at it. And I do start touching her pussy, and I remember just like it feeling so crazy, and her moans, and she's like moaning in my ear. And I remember like I was so hard that I thought the skin of my dick was gonna rip. I thought that like the boner part, like the dick part, was gonna just explode out of the hole of my penis, and my skin was just gonna like peel back like a banana coming out of its peel. That's what I thought. Like I just remember being so, it was like concrete. And I'm just so, I think I'm like pre-coming and shit just from fingering this girl. It's so hot. It's so amazing. And I go, do you want to have sex? She's like, do you? And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, yeah, let's do it. She's like, put on a condom. And I'm like, no problem, bitch. I got hit in the face at Warped Tour with condoms. So I go and I get the condom and I put it on, and I won't take my shirt off because I still had big man boobs, even from a young age. I think it was from drinking a lot of milk As a child, I'm very against dairy. I'm very against modernized farming. I'm against dairy. I've talked about that for a long time, but I think it gave me man boobs, which I do not have anymore because I got gynecomastia surgery. Even when I lost a lot of weight and I was skinny and basically had visible abs, you can look up a video called How to Get Laid on Vacation, and that's when I was at my skinniest. I still had man boobs. You have to get them surgically removed. So I am now wearing a Fallout Boy, a black Fallout Boy t-shirt. I have no pants on. She's, I believe, completely naked, if I remember correctly. And I have a condom on my iron rod penis. And I'm now mounting this girl. And as I'm mounting, it's dark. It's completely pitch black because that's what I did and continued that process because I was so, as I said earlier, uncomfortable in my body. So it's pitch black. I'm mounting her and I cannot, I just don't get it. I don't know to spread her legs, lift them, me scoot back, me kind of actually get on my knees really while spreading her. I don't get it yet, man. I don't know how to have fucking sex, dude. I have no fucking clue. So I am now pretty much imagine a girl laying flat down on her back and now me in push-up position. I'm planking over her. I think I thought that the vagina was way further up. I kind of always almost thought that the pussy was where your dick is. It's just instead of a dick, there's a hole there. And that is not the case. It's way further down for all you fucking virgins listening out there. It's way further down. You got to really finesse to get up in that pussy. And so now I'm trying to get it in. And I think I feel, but the condom, I don't fully even can tell if I'm touching the pussy. I don't fully know. And she's like, are you okay? Whatever. And now I'm getting nervous. Now I'm in my head. And I go, will you just give me head for a little bit first? And she's like, yeah, sure. And dude, oh my God. It was I swear to God, as a 30-year-old man, I still will jerk off sometimes thinking about that night. I will still jerk off thinking about. Actually, I'm going to get on Facebook right now and see if this girl is single or married or something. Because even just now talking about it, I'm getting erect. So, I mean, look, people say, the first time you saw the Beatles or listen to the Beatles. Fuck the Beatles, dude. I do remember the first time I listened to the Beatles and it was profound. But the first time that this girl gave me a blowjob was for sure just one of the highlights of my life. I will still jerk off thinking about that night because it was just it was the Moses parting the Red Sea. It was God whispering into my ear, my son, I am here for you. I mean, I don't even know how to put it. It was just mind blowing. Oh, I can't find her. I feel like maybe she got married. Let's see. Okay, I can't say her name out loud. She must have fucking got married, bro. Or did she block me? Who knows? Maybe she's off the grid. I hope she is off the grid, man. That's a better way to live. All right, I'm going to have to fucking dig into Facebook later to find her. But anyway, okay, let me see if this kid's fucking friends with her. I bet he is. This is the guy who actually was dating her while she sucked my dick. Nope, they're not Facebook friends. All right, so anyway, so she gave me head, and it was incredible. And then I was just so nervous to even try to have sex with her again. So we just went back to making out for a while, hung out for a bit. I fingered her a bunch. I did make her come from fingering. At least I believe I did. I'd have to check in with her now, 14 years later. And then I had her give me head again. And part of me does wonder, I think to myself, was it because it was my first time? Was it really good? Or was it a combo of the two? What if the first time I ever got head, it was a combination of the two? What if it was incredible And looking back, I have no way of knowing. I think it was good. One thing that I know that I remember, and that is a major, major sign of getting head, of getting good head, is and little side tangent here too. Anything that you like, never ever be afraid to express it to a woman. If there's something that just turns you on so much and it's something that a girl can just do, but she's currently not, it's going to be better for both of you if you tell her to do these things. So something that I fucking love, and I remember she did it, was when they're moaning while sucking your dick. If a girl's like making noise where it's just like, they're just like loving sucking your dick so much that it just makes you like, is there something so fucking hot about that? One of my favorite things to do, and this podcast is horrendous. I mean, this is the one where I'm like, oh God, I mean, I really don't want anyone to hear this one. One of my favorite fucking things to do is I'll get a girl a vibrator, right? And then I love like using a vibrator on a girl's pussy while they're giving you head. So the way that you'll do this is, so you'll bust out the vibrator, and you don't have to be like, don't ask questions about it. Don't be weird about it. I have never just busted a vibrator out and had a girl hesitant or anything. I've never had any resistance. Or if they've like giggled a little, like, oh my God, are you serious? You know, something like that. But so what you do, and this is just so hot, it's the fucking best thing ever. So you lay the girl down on her back, and then you lay her down on her back, and then you put her head on a pillow. Sometimes I'll even fold the pillow so that way her head's like up a little more. It's going to be better for the longevity of what I'm talking about here. So the girl is now head propped up, head turned sideways, okay, facing, let's say, to her right, and she's on her back, head propped up, and now you're on your knees, legs spread a little bit, on your knees next to her, on the side of her, and you're like leaning over and using the vibrator on her pussy while now her sideways propped up head is sucking your dick. And dude, girls go crazy over this. They're fucking moaning. You can say sick shit. You'll be like, keep that fucking cock in your mouth while you fucking come, you know, like, and they'll do it, and it's just so hot. So yeah, that's some powerful shit. And here's the thing, guys. This is what I'm talking about being comfortable and shit too. You also can't even count on women being as comfortable as you. So whatever you think a girl looks like, whatever you think about her experience in bed, you know, I've had conversations with girls who have definitely hooked up with a bunch of guys, and they'll tell you like, yeah, they've never been blindfolded. They've never been tied up. Like the real basic, like PG rated versions of BDSM, even a hot experienced girl has not had that. Why? Well, typically because actually, even though like both parties end up really benefiting from BDSM in several ways, that's for like a whole nother podcast. It's like a lot of these girls have had sex with guys that don't have high body counts and that aren't that comfortable in bed, so they're not even comfortable enough to express themselves in this overly dominant way. So whenever there's anything sexually that you're really into or that you really want the girl to do, or a way that you want her to suck your dick or whatever, don't keep having sex or getting head in a way that does not satisfy you, because A, you're not satisfied, and B, women love to please. They love to fuck, like, she'll notice the difference between you going crazy getting your dick sucked versus just chilling and like, oh yeah, baby, that's good. You know? So fucking don't be afraid to lead even in bed. It's very, very important. So full circle here, back to what I was talking about earlier about the masculine and the feminine and enjoying sex and it being one of the greatest pleasures of life. I think that a lot of times, you know, I was talking about the kid that asked me, you know, does it steal your soul? I actually believe quite the opposite. I actually believe that it enhances your soul in many, many ways. I think that everybody one day will reach a point, maybe not everyone, but I think many men will reach a point where they want something different in life. They want a long-term committed relationship. They want to be married. you have various needs throughout your life. You have various needs throughout your life, and those needs are going to change. And it's funny too, because it's like, even a lot of times when I see somebody like really against the idea of pickup, it's always from a couple different people. It's from a person who like has barely ever gotten laid. And so deep down, they really like, they don't get it. They resent people that do get laid a lot. It's from that person. It'll oftentimes be from a married person. Or I even just saw a good buddy of mine. He shared a video from Derek from More Plates, More Dates. I've watched that guy so much from like steroids and shit, for steroid videos. And, this guy was like talking about, you shouldn't be a PUA, you shouldn't be a PUA, which I've already outwardly spoken against that. I'm not even I hate the word pickup artist. I hate the idea of identifying as a pickup artist. I think going out and meeting women should be a fucking part of your life. I think that as a man with a sex drive and a genetic desire / instinct to procreate, I think that when you spend your life not having sex, not being fulfilled in relationships and sexually, I think it's very, very bad for you. So to say that you should not actively go out and meet women, I think is foolish. But that's not even the point that he was making in the video. His is more against, I think, more so the identity of being a pickup artist. And he's another category of guy where I'm just going to assume, I think he said that he did pick up a lot when he was younger. He probably got a lot of results. He's a pretty jacked, good-looking guy, seems charismatic. I'm sure that if he did pick up, he probably got laid a lot. So it'll always kind of be from either people that resent something or from people that already have had the thing, right? So that video, it's only going to resonate with people that have barely gotten laid. They're going to be like, yeah, I always knew it. Like, yeah, the people that go out and try to meet women, they're scumbags. I always knew it. Or it'll be like a married man who's like, yeah, like it's all about my wife, man. Me and my wife forever. Just me and my wife against the world. Or it'll be from a guy who has already had a shit ton of it. I can sit here right now and tell you guys that if I had to choose in the next year to fuck 52 women or to fuck 10 women that were that I really enjoyed spending time with, and we fuck a lot, and they're coming over and I'm going over, and maybe we go on little trips together and things like that, I would take 10 women with all those, like, with these greater levels of depth. But it's because I've already fucked a shit ton of chicks. Tons of you guys, you're like hearing me saying, oh, would I choose 52 or 10? And you're like, oh my God, of course I would choose 52. You have different goals in your life. And so it's the same kind of pretentious dialogue that will come from rich people, right? My dream one day is that everybody can become rich. So that way, everyone can then realize money means nothing. My kid needs a surgery and like my insurance isn't covering it. So I really like wish I would have made decisions in my life to make a lot more money. Hey man, money's not what it's about. It's all about just being present. And I hope that one day everyone can be as rich as me to find out. I work really hard every week at this manual labor job, and just like all my money goes to my rent and to my bills. And I feel like I don't have that much money to like go on I can't really explore the world. It just is like really not doable for me. I hope that one day you will get rich, and then you'll discover that money is not going to bring you the happiness that you want, man. If you get rich like me, then what I wish I could actually like eat higher quality food regularly. Maybe even order a meal prep service. I would love to one day have the money to be able to do that, and maybe go to like a nicer gym to dedicate more to. I hope you're rich and famous like me one day, man. So you can It's always people that have, it's those categories, right? It's those categories. And what I'm saying here is very sound. Let's look at like really fat, gross people. Oh, people that work out, they're fucking ridiculous. That's like the incel version of what I'm talking about for like fitness, right? Oh yeah, you're going to waste all your fucking time just fucking going to the gym. Oh, that's cool, man. Great. Oh, you're going to die one day, and then all that time in the gym, whatever. And then it's like really, really jacked motherfuckers, let's take it all the way to like the fucking steroids, people that are actual bodybuilders. Man, I was like fucked up in the head. I just wanted to get so huge. Now I'm all about it's just, look, man, you're going to have different desires throughout your life. And I really just believe that we're here to experience all that life has to offer. And that's why I don't trust anybody that doesn't drink coffee. Full circle, comedic timing, star energy. I don't trust anyone that doesn't drink coffee. I also don't even think I can trust anyone that doesn't fuck with nicotine. How do you guys get through life without nicotine? I wanted to talk about, hang on, I got to put in a new piece of nicotine gum. Hold on. So I want to talk about something, several things. I have some notes here of some things that I wanted to talk about in this podcast before we get rolling. And I am going to be having guests soon. I'm traveling a lot right now. I'm like in love with this one chick. She's the fucking best. I did a boot camp in Texas, and then just as I was leaving for the boot camp, I had a dude hit me up. He's going to listen to this. He's a fan of the podcast. Fucking awesome guy. He's already done one in the past. Massive, massive fucking improvement and results from the first one, and he wants to keep going. And he hit me up. He's like, I want to do it in a big city, whatever. I was like, well, fuck, bro. I'm already going to be in Austin. So I did one boot camp, and then I hung out with this chick for like 7 days. And then we just had the greatest fucking time ever. And now I'm about to do this boot camp tonight. Today is Friday, June 10th, and we're starting up again tonight. I'm very passionate about coaching pickup for many reasons. But anyways, so Jordan Peterson said something that fucking, sometimes, guys, it's not the wisest, most intellectual Lex Friedman fucking breakdown of the meaning of life in accordance with physics and fucking it doesn't have to always be that. Sometimes something very simple can hit you in a way that penetrates deep into the embers, into the core of your brain and soul. And Jordan Peterson said something so interesting to me, not to me, I wish he said it to me, but it was in a vid, and I fucking loved it, and it's really made me recognize something in myself that I need to be conscious of. So Jordan Peterson said in a video, he said, well, you see, the thing about the perfect woman, the perfect mate, I'm not going to try my Jordan Peterson. It's not that good. I'm very good at impressions, actually. I usually can impersonate my friends very well. I do great impressions of my friends. But anyway, so Jordan Peterson said the perfect woman can never exist. Cannot exist. You have this idea in your mind that one day you're going to get the perfect woman. And he says, well, the perfect woman doesn't exist because for the perfect woman to exist, she would have to be a shapeshifter. She would have to be a shape-shifting woman. And it blew my mind because for me, as a man who has now really lived in abundance for a very, very long time, I've locked down girls that at the beginning, I'm like, this is fucking holy shit. This girl's perfect. Oh my God. This girl's perfect. This is as good as it fucking gets. Fucking tight ass core, big ass, even though she's like almost got visible abs. She's just fucking fitness looking ass chick. Just fucking whatever. Fucking white girl, beautiful. And then all of a sudden, a couple months goes, but we're fucking all the time. And then all of a sudden, oh my God, I love Latinas. Oh my God, I'm so into Latinas right now. Oh, fuck. Oh God, Latina girls look at the way their fucking lips are oh my God, Latina. It's like, well, what the fuck? A couple months ago, You thought this white girl was fucking everything. And then you better believe if you threw me, and it's happened to me before. I've gone down to Colombia, fucked a bunch of Colombian girls, and then literally by the end of it, I'm like, I miss white girls. I miss white women. I love their fair skin. I love their English-looking roots. I love white girls. I miss white girls. It's just, you're never gonna be happy. Right now, you might be like, I'm just a total ass man. Small tits is fine. And then you better believe that here in a little while, you're going to start fucking looking at some big tits and be like, oh man, I wish my girl. Here's the deal. Even personality traits, guys, even personality traits. I have found myself even being in really like very challenging, almost toxic relationships in regards to the way we communicate. Like we're fighting all the time. She's fucking jealous and that's making me be jealous of fucking shit she's doing, whatever. We're just fucking fiery. We're just fiery animals. And then I'm craving just like some like basic girl, not even basic, just like more mild tempered woman. And then I get with the mild tempered one and I'm like, I wish she'd like fucking come at me a little more. And deep down, it's like I'm thinking this. It's just like this voice I can't even control. It's just deep in my heart. I'm just like, I wish I was fucking, I kind of missed that last one. So here's what I'm getting at here. What I'm getting at is there are qualities that when you are considering settling down with a woman or getting a girlfriend or whatever, there's some qualities that that you want to look for no matter what. And I don't want to use the word compromise. I don't want to say you need to compromise because you don't need to compromise. It's that you need to realize like you're basically never going to be fully satisfied. That's what I'm getting at. Find your favorite little Instagram model, Alexis Ren, Matilda Tanto. I fucking promise you, find your perfect little Instagram girl, date her for a month, date her for 3 months, date her for 6 months, date her for 1 year, and I promise you, the novelty wears off, the everything that drove you so crazy. All of a sudden, you get the perfect thick-ass chick you've always wanted, and now you're looking at skinny-ass models, and you're like, man, those girls actually look like a lot more classy. I think I'm into class. So it's just, you're never going to be satisfied. And then especially like, bro, I'm like fucking, I'm such like a TRT guy. I'm so into testosterone and all this shit. But now I start thinking to myself, I'm like, man, maybe the fact that your sex hormones start dipping as you age, maybe that's a good thing. Maybe it actually like, bro, maybe we're supposed to have our sex hormone. I'm so horny. I am like just as horny as when I was fucking 15. I'm just as horny as when I was 15. And maybe I'm not supposed to be. Maybe I'm supposed to just be letting my testosterone dip, letting all this horniness and sexual energy go away so that I fucking, maybe evolutionarily, I'm supposed to just lock in now with a girl and like fucking not be tempted by so many other women. So now maybe when you're less horny, you value the more stable traits. Maybe when you're less horny, now you're valuing more, a woman that's like tender, that gives me love, that likes to serve me, that likes to give me gifts, that wants to take care of our children, these things. Maybe it's part of the process is when you're younger, in your most fertile years, you crave diversity. You crave many women, many pussies, because you're trying to fucking inseminate all of them. And then maybe your sex hormones are supposed to dip as you age. And maybe you're supposed to get a little fat. Maybe another part of evolution is maybe you're supposed to become a little less sexually desirable to the other fucking, to the other gender, to the other sex. Maybe it's all part of it. I don't know if you guys can hear it in my voice, but I'm having an epiphany right now. I've low-key thought this before, but now I'm like really looking at it. If I want to truly, if in my soul I want to have a family and a wife, which many of you do, I know there's a couple of you little fucking red pill addicts out there that you think you're not going to do that, but especially many of you. I love when guys under 30. I'll never fucking, yeah, right. You'll see. Anyway, most of you are going to end up married with children. And maybe you're supposed to not be so fucking horny that the outward symbols and signals of sex are what are drawing you in the most. Maybe your sex drive is supposed to dip. So now you're more drawn to stable, family applicable attributes in a woman. Because what am I looking at? Dude, bro, I'm telling you guys about this fucking girl right now that I'm like in love with. This girl's amazing. So fucking great. But then it's like, I see these little, and she's like classy. This girl's so classy. Now I'm like, oh, I would love for her to hear this part of the podcast. But then she fucking rewinds to 20 minutes ago when I'm talking about using a vibrator on a girl while getting your dick sucked, which her and I have done, of course. But so this girl's super classy and she's hot. Like, don't get me wrong. She's fucking hot, very attractive, but very classy. And then I see like girls on Instagram or even in the real world, nipple piercings poking out, tattoos, tiny, skimpy ass little clothes, tits hanging out. And I'm like, oh yeah, I want that. But it's like, that's like the TRT. That's the testosterone. That's the fucking youthful spread your seed kind of shit fucking coming out. That's what that is. And most of those girls, and I'm not saying that some of them cannot be great women, but at the end of the day, a lot of those women are actually not going to have any of, and I am generalizing. I am not saying that there's no, oh my God, why am I blanking? I think the coffee's running off. Exceptions. I'm not saying that there's no exceptions to what I'm saying here, but I'm saying that maybe most of those women, they're not the ones that are going to have the attributes that are conducive to a family or to a long-term stable. Something else Jordan Peterson says that I find fascinating is he says that one of the major benefits of eventually being in a marriage or having a very long-term relationship is a continuum of narrative. And he said that, and that really struck a chord with me because then taking in something else that I've heard, Ty Lopez was talking about this. It's like scientifically proven that one of the highest ways to increase your happiness is actually reconnecting with old friends. And I never looked into the studies. I just took Ty's word for it. It doesn't really matter. But I think about it, and it's like, I look at there's a guy I haven't, Joe Bagden, one of my best friends growing up. I have not spoken to Joe now, holy fuck, in probably like 10 years. But I know that like if I fucking hit Joe up and I was like, bro, let's go get drunk or something, let's go hang out, we would have the best times, the craziest laughs. We would be dying. It would be the fucking best. And it's like, and it's because it's that continuum of narrative. It's like he's an anchor to an earlier time in my life. So when you're kind of building that with somebody, and I have over these years, I've been involved. I don't like to get into too many details, but I've been involved in some long-term situations. I've had some open relationships. I've had some times where we were saying we were monogamous and we weren't, and just, different situations. So I have experienced this. And I did have a girlfriend for a couple of years. When after 6 months of getting into the game, I did cheat on her a couple times. Not proud of it. But there's something to the idea of really, I think, sitting there with a girl 5 years later and oh God, remember when we went to Vegas back in the, yeah, that was so fun. You're creating a story with somebody. And I think that's incredibly valuable. And I think that a family furthers that. I think you're kind of furthering that with a family. I think you're furthering that with a wife. I think it's a beautiful concept, a beautiful, beautiful idea. And so I love fucking. I mean, I do. I love new pussy. It's like my favorite thing. Could I say? Is that bad? I mean, I by now I know it's just men listening at this point. Any girl that ever tunes into this, I'm sure is not listening any longer. But is it okay to say that like I love fucking hot girls like more than anything in the world? Maybe like more than anything. I don't know. If God came down and said, Aaron, in the next year, you're going to make, we'll just throw out numbers. You're going to make, let's throw out low numbers because 1 million versus 500,000 or something, it's not that big of a deal. It's not that much of a difference because 500K is a lot of money too. So let's just say in the next year, you're going to make either 50K or 25K. You're going to make one of those two. And if you make 50K, you're going to hook up with 3 pretty attractive girls in the next year. Or you're going to make 25K and you're going to hook up with 15 gorgeous fucking girls and the sex is going to be fire. I would easily pay the 25K. I would give away the 25K. 100%. 100%. Cuz here's the secret. You guys are ready for the secret to all of it? Are you ready for the secret to all of it? Here's the secret. Are you ready? I'm going to sip my coffee before I tell you the secret to all of life. Because I've discovered it. I know what it's all about. I know what life is all about now. The secret to all of life is that nothing matters. And I'm going to expand on this slightly. Because I made a beautiful, oh my God, I made the best video ever. It's available in the mastermind. It's on the website right now for all you guys that are mastermind members. It's the secret to all of life, to being truly happy, is having love and friendships. That's it. Take away Evolution Daily, take away my money, take away all the things I'm able to afford and the things I can do and everything. And let me keep a few of my really close friends and my family and give me a beautiful girlfriend. I'm fine. I'm good. Or, keeping a rotation going or whatever. I'm good. I'm fine. Oh, I don't have much money anymore. We got to drink Busch Lights at bonfires now. Oh, how horrible. Oh, I got to drink Busch Light at the bonfire now instead of going to Vegas, instead of going to Hakkasan in Vegas. Oh, man. God forbid I have to sit around a bonfire with fucking 3 of my best friends and a beautiful chick and drink Busch Light and talk about conspiracy. Oh, man. I could be at Hakkasan. I could be at 11 in my, oh my God, 11. 11 is basically sex slavery, by the way. They literally import these girls. And sure, I'm sure the women are all consenting, but it's like, whatever, dude. I don't give a fuck. The whole separate subject. It's basically sex slavery. I could be at, Omnia in Vegas. Oh, if I had all the money. Oh, I could. Well, oh man, I just have to be at a bonfire with my best friends, having the greatest time, and a girl that I like, and we go home and we have oh man, what a hellish existence that is. That's all it is, guys. That's all this life is about. And look, here's the deal, and this is where the expansion comes on. I basically said in this beautiful video, and I'll kind of summarize it, but I go into real depth. You need enough money. Here we go. It's about love and connection. So we can just sum that up. Friends, family, girl, whatever. It's about love and connection. It's about having a physical vessel that carries you through life with enough physical energy to be happy. No one talks about that. I don't get why. I'm going to go all in on that. I'm actually just going to become a physical energy coach. I have dedicated like my life to improving my physical energy because I used to be so tired all the time. And I remember being 22 and waking up feeling like an old man and then like seeing these like vibrant kids my age, like swinging from fucking the rafters of their house and screaming and getting wasted. And it's just like, fuck, man. Like I'm so tired all the time. What the fuck? But so it's 3 things: love and connection, physical energy, and enough money to not be stressed about money. Write that down. All of you at home, write that down. All of happiness in life is about love and connection, physical energy, and having enough money to not be stressed about money. You do not need to be a billionaire. You do not need to be Gary Vee. You don't need to have $10 million in the bank. I mean, fuck, the way inflation is going, 10 mil is like not even what it used to mean. It's like not even what it fucking used to. I don't even know if I could live the rest of my life off 10 mil. I'd have to run the math. Maybe that sounds ridiculous. I've not even thought of that, but I don't even think 10 million is enough for me to live the rest of my life. But anyway, you need to have enough money to not be stressed about money, and that's about it. Can you pay the bills? Can you go on vacations? Do you have a good nest egg set aside for emergency situations? Can you eat some decent food? Can you provide for your family, for your girl, whatever? That's it. That's all you need. Love and connection, physical energy. And I want to talk about the physical energy one for a second because this is where I definitely, I was saying earlier, testosterone, whatever. Testosterone has absolutely given me more physical energy, and for that I am grateful. That being said, my new absolute obsession and the thing that, I mean, dude, I can't even, at the risk of sounding like a broken record, because I know I've said things in the past have changed my life more than anything else or whatever. Testosterone, sure, kind of. It's helped. It's fine. Yeah, probably. But when it comes to instant, noticeable, positive impact on my life, and look, I hesitate to say this because I know that many of you listen to me. People hit me up and be like, I got on TRT because of what, people listen to me. So I'm hesitant. Do massive research. Talk to doctors. Don't take this as advice. This is not medical advice. I'm not a doctor. As far as instant, massive impact, human growth hormone, 2 IUs before bed every single night. I mean, I can't even express to you guys how deeply enjoy I am from starting growth hormone. And I don't listen. I don't even want to keep ranting about it. I don't want to come off like I'm I just don't want to push it. That's all I'm going to say. Growth hormone, 2 IUs before bed, has been instantly and drastically life-changing. The quality of sleep that I get nightly, consistently, without hesitation, without wondering, without doubt, without waking up in the middle of the night, waking up every day with this feeling of I wake up every day feeling like I just woke up from a coma. And it feels so good. I feel so good. So even if I were to get off testosterone, dude, here's the thing. I'm also probably going to eventually get off test anyways because I do want to have a child. So I was telling the mastermind the other day, I've got a plan where what I'm going to do is I'm going to get off of testosterone, and then I'm going to, and I don't know when, but I'm going to get off testosterone. I will get off plastics altogether. I will not touch any plastic. I will not consume anything with plastic in it. I'll stay away from all chemicals. I will use only organic everything. I'll shoot HCG for a couple of months. I'll get off of that. And then I'm going to get my fertility tested and see if my swimmers are moving around. And if they are, I'm going to go have unprotected sex with 10 women and blow loads into them. And that will be the legacy I leave on this planet. And you know what? If child support gets to be too much, if the stress becomes too much, I'll kill myself. So that's where I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this episode, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. You guys are great. I really enjoyed this episode. I hope you did too. Do me a favor. You know what? I don't even care, man. If at this point you haven't left me a fucking review on iTunes, and you're never going to, look. You don't got to buy anything. You don't just fucking leave me a 5-star review on iTunes. Open your iPhone. If you don't have an iPhone, go buy an iPhone. Okay. Get an iPhone and leave me a 5-star review on iTunes on the Apple Podcast app. Just look up the podcast, Evolution Daily. click a little thing, fucking 5-star review, leave a funny review, leave some things, whatever. Give me some more reviews. That's all I ask from you. And if you're interested in coaching, if you enjoyed any of what we talked about here, if you do want to, look, man, I'm just gonna say this. At the end of the day, with everything I talked about here on this episode, what is, I talked about love and connection and shit. It's like, what if you're like most men, most of you will end up married with children or a child. It's going to happen for most of you. And you might be really young and not resonating with that right now, but again, wisdom will catch up with you at some point, most of you. What is going to be a bigger determining factor than the quality of wife that you're able to attract? I mean, truly. Like, what's going to make, you all know someone that's been through a brutal divorce. I also know people who, like, their fucking wives completely let themselves go. They never had these like strong qualities. For me, and I've talked about this for a long time, part of the reason I really love the girl that I'm currently, definitely is my main chick right now, is she's already working out a lot. She was actually like a little chubbier when I first met her. And now she like works out like crazy. She's really into it. She sends me these like hot, sweaty pics after her workouts. It turns me on so much to see a girl who at a young age, she's young, much younger than me, of course. I ain't dating no fucking 30-year-old. Anyway, you're over, bitch. No, I'm kidding. This girl's young and it already has the habits of fitness. Like she's already... she already has worked with like a, what do you call those? Like a dietitian. She's really into fitness, working out. She runs and shit. It's so hot. So you're going to attract what you are in this life. And if you're not on your shit, and if you're not learning how to attract women that have high fucking qualities, then you're going to end up with a wife that is not ideal. And you'll want to end up with an ideal wife. If this is going to be the mother of your children, if this is going to be the woman that you have to stick through it with and not go through a divorce, then you're going to fucking want to make sure that you're a dude that goes through Females 101. And the best way to go through Females 101, I don't care what fucking books I read. I don't care about shit. The way that I understand females at such a deeply insane level is that I've hooked up with so many of them. It's that I've dated around. It's that I've had flings, I've had relationships, I've hooked up with girls, I've had situationships, I've had it all with a lot of types of women. And I've seen what to look for. I've seen, a month in, some of these girls end up doing this. Oh, this girl really turns out I didn't know I wanted this, but it turns out this one quality is very important to me. Oh, it turns out that throughout relationships, I discover my needs as well. So if you're a guy right now that you're just floating through your 20s and you're not in any of what I just said, you're not getting laid, you're not having flings, you're not having relationships, you're not having situationships. You're not discovering yourself. You're not learning about women. You're not learning about yourself. One of the best ways to learn about yourself is through the mirror of other people, through socializing, through fucking dating women. It's one of the best ways you discover things about yourself, truly. So if you're interested in coaching, I've got a mentorship. I've got boot camps. It's all available over at evolutiondaily.com/coaching. If you sign up at evolutiondaily.com for a free call, then Alpha Chad is going to reach out to you. You guys will have a call where he basically goes over where you're at now, where you want to be, and how he basically thinks that we can bridge that gap. So he'll kind of talk to you about whether he thinks a boot camp is best, a mentorship, or a hybrid of the two. Sometimes he's just told people, oh, dude, you need to get this course. And then after you go through this course, then, reach out to us again and we'll talk about, what you learned. And then, we have a whole system set up. So it's free to talk to Alpha Chad. Sign up over to evolutiondaily.com. And I just want to, this journey for me has been so fun. Just the journey, just everything, man. Like just fucking helping this kid that was on the first Texas boot camp. He fucked a chick from the boot camp. I just did a little debrief call with him a couple days ago. He's like, you remember that one from the fuck? I'm like, yeah, dude, he fucked her. I love helping you guys to have fun and enjoy this life. That's what this is all about for me. It's all about helping you guys enjoy yourself more. This kid years ago, and if you're listening to this right now, fucking send it to me again. This kid sent me this video one time on YouTube. It was an unlisted video, and he sent me the link. And it wasn't a testimonial. He's just like, man, I just want to say, like, dude, like, my life lately has been so difficult and blah, blah, blah. And, like, your videos just, like, make my day suck a little less, man. Like, you really motivate me. My results are not great right now, but I'm at least going out and, like, talking to women. I watch your videos in the morning. They pump me up. And I remember, like, it wasn't a testimonial. It was just a video a kid felt compelled to send me, telling me that I make his days suck less. And I always think about that video. And this motherfucker, you, if you're listening still, fucking set it to private or deleted it. So I never downloaded it because I was like, whatever, I've got the link. I'll just watch it here and there. And I went to fucking watch it again one day and it was gone. So I'm fucking pissed about that. And I think I emailed him and he never fucking reached out again. So give me that video back. But anyway, all right, guys, everyone have a great weekend. evolutiondaily.com. Sign up for some shit. Sign up for coaching. I will change your life. There's a very good chance that I am the shepherd that you need to be led through the promised land, to the promised land, in and around the promised land. See you guys in the next episode. Goodbye.